friends, today, just for today, hear me out. Don't think ahead of God. When a parent has a good thing in mind for his or her child, the parent sometimes keeps that thing in mind as surprise until the right moment. They may whisper to the child that a surprise is coming, and that causes the child to wait in anticipation and with great expectation. If the parent doesn't make the surprise known ahead of time, the child is even more surprised when it comes. Oh, and how about the child that asks for the parent something, and the parent responds either yes, but in their timing, not yet, in their timing, and waiting to see some things align in the child's heart? No, I have something else in mind for you because it's not time yet, and it's more than you can imagine. When the child finally receives the surprise or a surprise, can you envision the awe in that child's face, the glee in their eyes, the love and appreciation? Who might this child be? You and me. Yes. So then, why is it that sometimes or oftentimes we take a step ahead of God or we think ahead of Him? Thinking ahead of God leads us into confusion. Taking a step ahead of God leads us into confusion. In our own strength, we try to make things happen. We try to resolve issues and make decisions, and therein lies the stresses of life. It tells God that we are our own saviors in this world. But how can we be when we know that in this world, the things we fight aren't seen and fought with the natural eyes? We have the mind of Christ, as we are assured in 1 Corinthians 2:16. We cannot tap into that mind with strong-willed hearts. Like the child anticipating a surprise or the surprise, a child that is blessed out of the blue with a surprise, we must take a step back and ask ourselves, if we have the mind of Christ, then why are we struggling in our minds with that which we need to do, say, and be? We are leaning on our carnal mind and not the mind of Christ, which if you're a believer, the Holy Spirit dwells in you, and so you already have it. A child that steps ahead of the parent sees and experiences things that they could have been protected from. A child that thinks they know more than the parent sees and experiences things that they could have been protected from. I'm a parent. I've been a child. I know. Oh, and that child also misses out on that great feeling of anticipation and expectation, which we know as what? Hope. Wouldn't it be peaceful that anytime your mind starts to detour and derail or step ahead of God, that you remind yourself of Isaiah 55 verses 8 through 9 that says that God's ways are higher than your ways and His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. I love that. So today, just for today, don't think ahead of God and don't take a step ahead of God. As a child of God, His precious child, you have His mind. Praise, pray, and position yourself to receive with great expectation and anticipation. And guess what? That expectation is the only one that never disappoints. So, today, just for today, don't think ahead of God. And anytime your mind starts derail, just think of that. I'm not going to think ahead of God, and I'm not going to take a step ahead of God because I have the mind of Christ. Okay? So, this is Kate signing out, and until next time, I love you. Bye.